What's up, everybody? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Classic Lanes here in Rochester Hills, Michigan, where MRB Classic Pro Shop's where I go. I drill all my stuff. Sometimes I drill for other people, but mostly Mason is here from 6 o'clock on most weeknights, and sometimes you can catch me during the day, especially for lessons, sometimes for pro shop work. We just got to work it out a little bit ahead of schedule, so you let me know. But today I want to teach you guys a little bit about I know there's a lot of people who, they watch my videos and they say, well, you always seem to play left. You always move left. You don't throw a whole lot of shots right. I'm not very good at playing farther left. How do I do that? How do I get better at playing on the inside part of the lane? So I'm going to show you how to do that, some of the techniques you need to have in order to do that here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, so I moved to the next pair, and I'm using basically my only hand position as an amateur bowler, not really sure what to do. Nice and weak, and I'm throwing a shot, and it overhooks. It's like, holy cow, that hooked a million. Now what? I start moving left, but yet the ball keeps overhooking, or when I get to a certain point, my ball stops hooking altogether, because now I've gotten to an angle to where my ball will not finish. So something along the lines of this. And now I'm moving left with that same hand position, but I can't get it to hook. That's normal hand position. That's straight up the back of the ball. Why won't that hook now? Now I feel like I have to throw it at the pocket, and because there's so much hook, it hooks early, and so my chances of bowling well are pretty much slim to none. So what do I need to do? Well, what we need to do is we need to try and figure out how to get our hand around the ball a little bit differently. So if our standard release that we like to use is right here, and we get our hand to the outside, and we're just rolling it right here, what we need to do is we need to figure out, well, we need to somehow get our fingers to the outside, but we need to do it from the inside to the outside. We can't just go here and try to rotate more. It won't work. When we move left, we need to be with our hand to the inside of our target, inside of the ball, and then we need to rotate to the outside. So the only way to do this is to get good leverage and get your thumb to release quick. So again, that standard release is just like this. It really doesn't hook much, right? It hooks a little bit. When you're playing straighter, it'll get going and it'll just keep rolling left, and that's fine. But I don't have enough rotation. I can't get my hand around the ball from there to get it to hook back to the pocket. So now we're gonna take that same ball from that same spot, and our normal release is here, right? So now all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move my fingers inside, okay? And I'm gonna rotate back to where my normal release is, and it's just gonna go there. Now you see it sees the friction, and then it goes left. You see how much earlier it hooked, how much quicker it saw the friction and it went left. It didn't just hook, stop, and go straight. So now we need the combination of both. With the momentum, obviously, you can see how much curve there is, and that's kind of where people get trapped. They see all this curve and hook, and they don't know what to do because they're not comfortable moving left. So we're practicing moving left. So as we get some momentum and we get our hand to the inside, we can get the ball closer. But again, now see, this is what we talked about with the solid versus a pearl. This is another situation where a solid is just blending up that spot of the lane, because now you're into the oil where there's a little bit of oil, and it's just gonna blend. It's gonna see the early friction, it's gonna blend. Whereas you saw the first shot further right, it hit the friction, it went left, and it continued to go left right away because there was so much more friction. It wasn't gonna blend as well. So what we need to do now is we need to get to that inside part of the lane, but we got to do it with something shinier. So I'm going to take this Omega Crux that I have shined up, and I'm going to try to do something similar. And there you go. So now it actually gets around and gets through the pocket. So it came in a little bit light still, so I would probably go to, you know, I would probably go to a pearl because this is still, you know, I don't remember if this is a hybrid or a solid. I think it's a hybrid, but I've got it shined up so it clears that front a little bit better. But I would still be going to a pearl in this spot just so that way I get to see a little bit more bounce down lane. So again, if I do my standard hand position that I did from playing straighter in that spot, it actually worked out because I missed left, but you get the point. The whole idea behind this is, and I probably got my hand around that a little bit more than normal because I'm already further left. We're gonna cut that. And so now, if I use that standard hand position, throwing it to that spot, see how it never hooks? It just kind of stands up, it hooks a little bit, and then it just kind of rolls straight because my hand's so forward. I got to get my hand around it. So one more time, I'll show you getting your hand around it just a little bit. For some of you, you'll have to really over-exaggerate, you know, getting your hand to rotate around the side. But again, you got to do it from the inside part of the ball. So if I do it from here, now you can get that ball to come around and actually continue to go to the pocket. And again, so that's here. That's coming from this part of your hand and then rotating out. If I'm already here with my standard hand position, I have nowhere to go. That's the only place I can go is just right straight through the ball from there. You're not going to create the rotation that you want to create from doing that. So you got to get your hand or your fingers to rotate inward so that way your fingers can rotate outside. Get a little bit of side spin on it so that way it can help you a little bit there. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to hit that subscribe, like, comment below, do all those good things. Share it with everybody in the Facebook world, Instagram, Twitter, do all that good jazz. But until next time, guys, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. Take care.